Welcome back. Scoliosis is a common condition for many children, but one that often goes undetected. Dr. Michael Pritzker with Titan Spine Centers is here with a very special guest this morning, his son Joshua. Welcome. And you were going to show us some common tests that parents could do at home to check their children for scoliosis. But first, explain exactly what scoliosis is. We've all heard about it, but you know, a lot of people don't know exactly, what it is.
Yeah, a lot of people have heard of scoliosis, but there are a lot of misconceptions. The main thing is scoliosis is an abnormal curvature of the spine that usually gradually progresses through childhood. So when you look at it from a person's back, it's supposed to be straight, and with somebody who has a scoliosis is generally shaped like an S. And the key word is that it gradually progresses through childhood. It isn't usually something that you get later in life. So as a child, you develop, you grow up, and sometimes the spine doesn't develop properly and it starts to turn into an S shape. And if it's not addressed early enough, one, you might not be able to fix it, and two, it can lead to problems like breathing problems, back problems, heart conditions. There's a lot of things that scoliosis can cause. So mainly it's just not the normal shape of the spine.
All right, so what are some easy ways that parents at home can check their kids for scoliosis?
There's some simple, easy tests that anyone can do at home where they don't actually have to bring them to the doctor to check them. Very simple, some of these tests I'll go over with Josh over here. But Josh, if you want to stand up, I'm just going to go over just some quick, simple tests that we can do. And so let's say if you have...
He's fascinated with his microphone.
He is fascinated with his microphone. So just some simple tests you can do. You can just have your child stand right in front of you, so if you want to stand in this direction. And the first thing you want to really look at is their posture. You want to look to see how their shoulders are, if they're level. You also want to look at their head to see if their head is straight or if it's bending to the side. Some other things you can do, you can actually press onto their hips, and if one hip is higher than the other, then a lot of times the spine isn't straight. And two other simple tests, you can actually just palpate the spine. See if it's feeling straight, see if it's like an S shape. Couple of other tests to Josh. You can bend forward. He already knows how to do it because he's done it so many times. But you can have the child bend forward and look to see if one side of the rib cage is higher up or protruding higher than the other. Because if you have an S-shaped spine, then what will happen is one side will go up higher than the other.
Gotcha. And this is all stuff that parents could do at home. When should they start checking their kids?
As early as possible. I mean, even when the baby is born, you should at least just feel their spine, make sure that everything is correct. And most of the times the doctors will check at that time. But definitely once they start walking, once they start moving around, see how they're walking. Once you start buying them shoes, you can also look at the bottom of the shoes and see if one shoe is wearing out unevenly in comparison to the other one. And a lot of times, let's say if their spine isn't straight, they're going to start putting more weight, redistributing it more onto one side of the spine as opposed to the other. And you can check these things real early on in life and prevent it from becoming a more serious problem.
Is there anything that parents can do to make sure that the condition doesn't worsen?
Well, the most important is obviously checking it ahead of time, but if you do suspect that your child has a scoliosis, you have to bring him to a doctor who is competent in checking this condition and fixing it. If you check it early enough, let's say if the scoliosis is due to muscles being tighter on one side of the spine or stronger on one side and weaker on the other, there are a lot of new techniques, a lot of treatment options that are available now to fix scoliosis. Some of these are specific exercise programs. Some of these, there's some newer technology called spine first therapy, which actually Joshua loves doing in our office because he thinks it's more like an arcade game. But spine first technology is an advanced technology that is really, really good for scoliosis and can help fix it.
Gotcha. All right, now where can parents call if they want more information, if they want help with it?
Well, they can go to our website, which is backcarecentral.com. Also, we have a free video that people can request, which goes over some of the newer technologies for fixing scoliosis. And that's a toll-free number that anybody can call. That number is 888-867-4951. And they can get that free video about some of these newest technologies to fix it.
Perfect. Some great information. A lot of parents, you just do the simple test at home.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Very simple. Just looking at their back, looking at the shoes. And, a lot of these things, if you just pay attention to your child, you can really, really test these. And, Joshua's gone through these, and he has a little brother, and we'll do it on him. And sometimes Joshua will even check his own little brother, Noah, just for looking to see if he has scoliosis, see how he's moving.
Training him early.
Training him early. And like I said, if a 7-year-old can do it, anybody can do it. And it's something that everybody should really do at home, just going through some of the simple postural evaluations and tests. And, again, this is something where if you catch it too late, it's not going to be something you can fix. If you catch it early enough, then there's going to be a lot of different things that you can do to correct it.
Perfect.
So the earlier you catch it, the better.
Well, Joshua, thanks for coming in today, buddy. Thanks for being here. You were a model today.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Pritzker. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
All right. And let's go over to Renee, who's